At a science level, the mRNA vaccines are kind of brilliant. It has been a long last year with a pandemic, and the past few months felt like a marathon to catch up with the spreading. Thankfully, Moderna and Pfizer amongst others have distributed a vaccine that prevents people from getting the virus. But how is this vaccine working? Hello there, Minus here, and this is How and Why, but the first thing you need to know is how your immune system works. I won't get too technical with that because there are great videos on YouTube that explain in great detail all the mechanisms behind an immune system and how it works, which I have put the links down in the description as always. But for this video, let's keep things simple. So basically, your immune cells attack anything foreign to your body. Foreign is anything that has a genetic sequence which is unknown to your DNA. If it sees a protein or an implant or a virus or anything that isn't genetically part of your body, it launches an attack. If it's fighting off a virus, for example, it takes time to build up a full-scale attack. It's got to figure out what part of the virus to attack and ramp up production of what it needs to make this attack. This can take a few days. Meanwhile, the virus keeps doing what it wants, replicating and expanding, eventually making you sick. Once it fights off the virus, though, it remembers it. You've got memory cells in your immune system, and if you run into the same virus again, your memory cells say, "I've seen this loser before." So your body uses its past experience to demolish the virus before it can make you sick. With that in mind, we get onto the vaccine. Scientists looked at the novel coronavirus and saw a protein on the outside of that virus that looked like a good candidate to launch an immune attack against it. That protein, by the way, is very important for the virus. It uses it to get into your cells and makes the virus more infectious as well. In short, this protein is the virus's weapon. Now, the novel coronavirus has a DNA sequence coding for all of its parts. It's like the coding of a program. So experts looked at the entire DNA sequence of the virus and found the part of that sequence that is the blueprint for that specific protein. Let's call it the weapon protein. Side note, but an important one. DNA is the blueprint to make stuff in a cell. Let's say it's something like an instructions book. Now cells take the DNA and transcribe it into RNA. RNA is the tool that tells the cells what to do, what to make. And mRNA, which stands for messenger RNA, just gives instructions to the cells to make up something. So experts took the blueprint for the weapon protein of SARS-CoV-2 and made an mRNA version of it. In simple words, this stole the instructions on how to make that protein. These instructions are the vaccine. Let me explain. The vaccine contains no actual part of the virus. It only contains the instructions on how to make this weapon protein. So it is practically impossible to get COVID-19 from the vaccine. You just get the data tapes. Your cells now see these instructions and say, "Sure, we'll make this." So your cells create a bunch of this weapon protein. Your immune system comes next, seeing this whole mess, this new protein you're producing, and immediately says, "What the hell is this?" And it starts attacking the protein. Remember, it hasn't seen this weapon protein before, so it may take a while to ramp up production for what it needs. But once it gets it, it launches an all-out war against this weapon protein. The fevers, chills, muscle soreness, and other symptoms you might get from the vaccine as side effects is just your body bombing the hell out of hell of this weapon protein. So you destroy this weapon protein, which in and out of itself cannot infect you. Keep in mind, this is just a protein, not the virus itself. After this war ends, your immune system, your body, knows exactly how to fight this weapon protein if encountered again. It knows exactly how to destroy it. But what about the mRNA I've got? Your body breaks down the mRNA instructions that you've got with the vaccine pretty quickly too. That's normal. You don't need a bunch of instructions hanging around there forever. Your body gets rid of them. Why? Because you know how to fight this protein. So you've stolen the mRNA instructions, you've destroyed the weapon protein, and everything from the vaccine is gone. What is left behind are those memory cells who remember that protein very well. Now let's hypothesize that a coronavirus enters your body. It has never seen this virus before, but it has seen the protein around it, its weapon. Your memory cells act like a god, attacking their foe like the old times. Your body's own natural immune system quickly and efficiently launches a full-scale attack using the template it has from that last time it destroyed the weapon protein created from the vaccine. It destroys the virus before it can take hold, replicate, and make you sick. And voila! Now you're immune to COVID-19. You know exactly how to disarm and fight the enemy, making it defenseless against your immune system. But what if the virus mutates so it doesn't produce the weapon protein anymore? Well, that's better for us, since it uses this protein to enter your body, your cells. If it mutates away from its weapon protein, then it will be probably less infectious as well. That's why mRNA vaccines are so brilliant. They help us stop the spreading of the virus. Our natural immune system won't be busy finding a new way to fight off a new protein and a new virus. It will be like SARS or MERS, a regional disease our bodies can fight off easily. This is what we do for thousands of years now, fighting off stuff. If you like this video, share it for vaccine awareness. Get informed about vaccines following the links down in the description. Stay safe, and thanks for watching. But thankfully, Pfizer and Moderna, amongst others, have distributed a virus. No, they have distributed a vaccine against the virus.